Hello everyone, welcome back to Soap Forge. This is Brooke and today we are making a couple of different cold process shampoo bars. This first one is our Merlot wine shampoo bar. I just added the additives and the wine and the essential oil blend, and then we're gonna mix it all up. Now why Merlot wine? Well, simply that's just what I had in my pantry. That's what I like to drink. Now watch this color change when I add the lye solution. I think it looks so cool. Now this isn't the final color of the shampoo bar. It does come back to that purpley color that we were going for with the clay. But I will say I wasn't concerned when I initially started pouring. And that batter is so thick and wonderful. But it's going really fast for me, and so unfortunately I never got around to texturing that loaf before it pretty much completely set up. I got really sidetracked with making sure all those individual bars were in the molds properly and not just little blobs of shampoo bars. Now pardon this next bit, I get a little bit obsessive about scraping the blender head and the bowl and the spatula, just trying my best to get every morsel of soap into the mold as I possibly can. It's almost a problem. And now we're going to clean up a little bit and move on to the beer shampoo bar. This one is made with my absolute favorite beer. It's the Wild Brew Nut Crusher Peanut Butter Porter. It's so delicious. And I wasn't able to finish my pint one night, so we added it to soap because we don't waste around here. I'm also fragrancing it with wood sage and sea salt. It's a Jo Malone type, and I got it from Cierra Candles. It's the perfect fragrance for a shampoo bar. Now watch how fast this one traces. It is so crazy fast. I barely stick blending for any amount of time, and all of a sudden it is thick, toffee, butterscotch pudding looking. More often than not, when I make the beer shampoo bar, I am left scooping it into the mold just because it moves so quickly. And yeah, it usually looks pretty rustic and rough. I am happy this one turned out better than the very first one I did. It was very, very rough looking. But this soap is so worth it. The beer shampoo bar is by far one of my favorites to make. And now we are going to try to get these into individual molds and pack them in by hand because that's all we can do at this point. As you can see, I'm using a couple of different molds. My husband had just gotten me these plastic molds, so we were testing out to see how well they work and how easy they are to move soap from. So that's the only reason why I'm using two different molds. So what I'm doing here is I'm scraping off the head of the stick blender, and I'm putting everything back into the mixing bowl because it's just too firm to get into the mold. So I'm going to cover it up with a lid and a towel and initiate gel phase so that way it becomes a little more liquidy, and then I'm going to try to pack it into individual molds again. I don't show you the rest of that process just because I've got other things I'm doing, so we're going to jump right into the cutting. And here we are cutting the wine shampoo bar. There's a little bit of soda ash on the top, but that's perfectly fine. It's not going to cause any problems. It's just a little bit of, it affects the appearance. And you can counteract that easily with just a simple steam iron before you cut it. But yeah, I just leave it because it's not bothering me. And as you can see, that purple did come back. It's no longer green. And I like my shampoo bars to be a little chunkier, so I decided to cut that end piece a little differently than I normally would my end slices. And moving on to the beer shampoo, it's beautiful, it's rustic, it's everything I could ever hope for. I love it. It's truly one of my favorites to use. Now, our soap business is a family affair, so you occasionally get to see little hands helping me out. And so that is my 5-year-old daughter, Mercy, helping me cut the last of the soap. No, this is not dangerous. This soap is saponified. It is not going to cause any burns. It's not painful to touch. So yes, this is perfectly safe for her to be helping me. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.